I finally found my real daughter-in-law who had been buried alive. But after she desperately gave birth, she passed away immediately. To uncover the real culprit, I kept watch every day at the place she had been buried, until the day I discovered the mastermind was the scheming woman. She had even undergone plastic surgery to look exactly like my real daughter-in-law, just so she could win my son's heart to avenge my real daughter-in-law. When I returned home and saw that familiar face, I chose to endure it in order to collect evidence. One day the scheming woman slipped while walking. Her water broke on the spot. The neighbors nearby were terrified. I was only 2 meters away when she fell, but I didn't care at all. I just kept playing with my dog and walked past her. The neighbors thought I hadn't seen her. They quickly reminded me to help her, but I said I was busy and prepared to leave. The neighbors immediately scolded me for being heartless, but I said I knew the baby was my biological grandson. However, my dog was about to give birth too, so I needed to take care of it. Before I even finished speaking, my son rushed to the scene. Seeing the situation, he immediately scolded me for not taking her to the hospital. The scheming woman then said that I only cared about the dog and not her. My son became even angrier. He questioned what I was doing, but I said expressionlessly that he could take care of the scheming woman giving birth, and I would take care of the dog giving birth, and asked if there was any problem. He criticized me again, but I simply said I was busy and walked away without looking back. Half a month later, my son and his family returned safely from the hospital. As soon as he entered, he saw crucian cup soup on the table. His first thought was that I had made it to apologize to them. But when the scheming woman was about to taste it, I stopped her immediately and said coldly that it was for the dog's recovery. Seeing how indifferent I was to the grandson for half a month, yet how thoughtfully I cared for the dog, she questioned me angrily, asking whether a dog was more important than a daughter-in-law. And I firmly said yes. My son rushed in after hearing the noise. He saw everything and hurried to comfort her, then looked at me in confusion, asking why I suddenly changed. He even said that before this, I treated the scheming woman better than I treated him, but now I acted completely cold. I simply replied that people's hearts change, then continued eating with a blank face. That night the baby would not stop crying. They tried everything to soothe him, but nothing worked. I suddenly entered the room. My son thought I was there to help, but instead he heard me telling them to move out, because the baby's crying was disturbing my sleep. Seeing how cold I was, the scheming woman said she wanted to move away, but my son only earned a bit over $10,000 a month, and still had to pay the nanny. He could not afford a new place. He begged me not to kick them out, but I told them to rent something cheap. The couple left the house disappointed. After my son left, I saw a paternity test nearby and learned that he actually suspected the child wasn't his. A few days later, my son called, inviting me to the baby's 1-month celebration. Unexpectedly, I arrived empty-handed. I didn't even bring the safety charm I once promised. The scheming woman immediately exploded, telling her husband to cut ties with me, but her father stopped her, saying maybe I forgot because of my age. 10 years passed in a flash. The scheming woman brought her son to the hospital, only to see a little boy standing beside me.